Today on the Brad Link, we're talking all about your wedding day emergency kit. Today we're talking all about your wedding day emergency kit. And like I've said before, it's really important that you have two emergency day kits. One is your personal kit that should be with you in your ready room while you're getting ready, and it's items that you're going to need like bobby pins, hairspray, and deodorant. And that's for you as the client, as the bride or groom, so you can be pampered all day, but know that you have everything within your arm's reach in case you need it. The next kit is your setup wedding day emergency kit. This is for the person that's going to be doing all of your setup and managing all of your vendors. The reason why this is two separate kits is because we highly encourage you to have at least a day of coordinator for your wedding, if not a full-fledged wedding planner. If that's out of your budget, that's okay, but you need to find a friend, an aunt, or some sort of volunteer that will act as your day of coordinator and do all of the things like setup, managing vendors, and executing your timeline so you don't have to. That way you can be the guest of honor. So for your day of coordinator, this is what you should find in their emergency kit. First, it's not really an emergency, but it's just about being prepared. They need to have a certain amount of paperwork. You should expect them to have a timeline, and all of the vendors should have that same timeline in advance before the wedding. You're going to want to have a layout. Again, any vendor that needs to set up on site should have a layout in advance before the wedding day as well. You're going to want to have vendor contact information for anybody that's going to be on site that day, just in case you need to get a hold of them in a pinch. And it doesn't hurt to have access to your vendor contracts, just in case there's some sort of misunderstanding. You can immediately find out what the correct item says in their contract. Next, it's all about setup, and so you're going to want to start with having some fasteners. So fasteners might include things like ribbon. We suggest either white or ivory, and you could even throw in a little blue as a something blue if you want, but also twine, fishing line, clothespins, clamps, and floral wire. All of these have come in handy more than one occasion on wedding setups, and it's just depending on the type of wedding that you have as to what you're going to need. But that will at least cover your bases with installing or hanging anything. If anybody wants you to get too deep into hanging stuff into the ceiling, you need to talk to a professional first. Next, you're going to want to talk about tape, and I love tape. I want to have like 5 or 6 different types of tape at every single wedding just to make sure I'm prepared for any of my taping needs. So this is going to include floral tape, scotch tape, masking tape, double-sided tape, and this really special tape that I love called gaffer's tape. So gaffer's tape might be something that you would see a musician or a DJ have when they have a cord going across the floor and there's a tape that's really strong that goes over it. That's not duct tape, although it might look like it, it's gaffer's tape. And once you pull it up, it doesn't leave a sticky residue. So that's why I love it, because it's really useful, especially in areas where you're not allowed to leave a mark. Some other must-haves include a lighter. The long kind works best because you might be lighting candles that are far down into a vase, or lighting sparklers, and you don't want to light it too close to your hand or your face. Also, scissors are really important, and let me go ahead and tell you now, somebody's going to steal your scissors, so bring extra pairs. You're going to want to have at least 2 pairs anyway, one for ribbon and fabric, and one for some more heavy-duty cutting. But the more, the merrier. You can never have enough scissors. It doesn't hurt to bring an extension cord, and also to make sure that you have your phone charger and a cable. Always a must-have is bottled water. Even if the weather's going to be nice outside, setup's going to take a while, and you want to make sure that you're well hydrated, but especially in the summer. Then if you want to have a little bit more in your kit, so you've truly thought of everything, you could think about having different types of pens, just in case I forgot some for the guest book, but also a chalk ink pen, a black Sharpie. We like to have unlined note cards available in case we need to write little notes like reserved or what the menu item is, and make a little tent to put on a table. We always bring matching white umbrellas as wedding planners. That way, if it rains, you don't have any timeline in taking all of your pictures. And it doesn't hurt to have a hot glue gun and glue sticks if you've been doing something crafty for the wedding or some DIY project. And most importantly, snacks. you're going to be doing setup for a long period of time, and it does not help if you have an empty stomach. So make sure you throw in a couple of protein bars or granola bars in your kit, so that way on the go you can still get a little bit in your tummy. For more expert wedding planning advice and to find out what we put in your personal wedding day emergency kit, follow us on thebridelinked.com.